Good morning, welcome back to Canopy Ranch. We're just getting things set up this morning to go do some chores. I got the grain buckets filled up that I need to. Got the skid steer started, so now we're gonna hop in that and get down here and go feed some ground hay, get these calves fed and get them all up and eating. Chores are done and we come over here to where the cows are at, which is what we call the Arnie place, and we're going to let the cows into a new piece over here so that they've got more grass. This will be the biggest piece over here, and it's been the least amount of livestock on it this year, which has only been like 6 or 7 cows that we had over here to start with in the spring. So we're gonna let the cows into there, hopefully keep them content for another week or maybe more, hopefully, and hopefully they can get full on all that grass out there, and then keep them content for a while. And we're hoping to move them home like towards the middle of December would be nice. They really haven't been out here much. Good morning. We got chores done this morning. Just now I got done with chores. So now I'm gonna grab a bale, take it down for the pigs. We used up all that one that I had down there that I was pitching for them for bedding. So I need to take another one down there and get them some hay pitched because it's kind of starting to get colder now. And then into next week, we're gonna kind of get into like highs of 40s, which is about 10 degrees cooler than it has been this week. So it'll be cooler throughout the day and then getting cooler at night now. So we're kind of starting to slowly work our way towards wintertime. So I need to make sure that the pigs are gonna be able to stay warm at nights, and then during the day, hopefully they can kind of sunbathe a little bit and enjoy the warmer weather. Samson's awake. Man, that dude, he usually sleeps in till about 9:30, and then he finally crawls out of his little house over there. He don't really do much. So I'm hoping when I put him in, and well, I think I'm gonna put him in January with these sows. I really hope he's got a little more motivation by then to get up and do something, but as for now, he really doesn't. But I'm gonna get this hay pitched into this barn for these sows, and then for Samson over there, I'll put it in his little house, and then hopefully they can stay a little warmer. So these sows, a couple days ago, I made their pen smaller, their permanent pen here. So now they only have half of this shed, which is more than enough room for them. And then the other half of the shed from, this panel that way, we can use for calves. So there was a small chance of snow for next week, but now I don't think there is much of one at all, really. So, which is good, I'm fine with that. But if we get a snowstorm or something, we can move some of them calves down here to this pen and throw them in this shed, just so they can get out of the elements a little better. We've done that in years past as well, but usually the calves have the whole shed, but this year they only have half because I'm wintering my sows down here. But I think it'll be all right. They should have enough room to get out of the elements anyways. So we were just getting ready to go down and band one of my sheep, one of my lambs. And so we got the old bander out here. And I told Dad, I said, I don't know if I've ever used this one. I said, oh, never mind. There's instructions right there. And then he points out, well, if the instructions are unclear, we got a VCR tape in this bad boy that I could instructional video on how to use it. So go pop that in the old TV and give her a watch. Just out of curiosity, how many of you guys still got VCR tapes around? I know Grandma and Grandpa do. I think Mom and Dad have some. I don't have any in my house, obviously, but I could add this one to my collection. We went ahead and threw the tin and the lid back on this water tank. This is the one that we poured that concrete in, and it seems to be holding water now. It's not leaking anymore, so it should be good to go.
side's that? I think this side.
So that tank that you guys just saw us put that tire back onto the middle and then that cover on, we went out there a couple days ago and it was leaking as well, and it's a tank across the creek. So we went out there, and instead of doing concrete in that one, we did bentonite, and it seemed to seal it up, and it's good to go. I know we got other tanks around here that we use bentonite in too as well, but I guess for those of you that don't know what bentonite is, it's not really a mineral, but it's what would you call it? It's not a mineral. It's a bentonite. It's kind of just a.
It's like clay. It's a kind of clay.
Yeah, it's kind of clay, but and it's not really harvested out of the ground. It's just kind of what the ground is made out of in parts of Wyoming. But then when it's kind of dry, then when you put it in there, then mix it with water, then it turns to a clay, and it seals the tanks. So instead of concrete, we do that in some of our tanks. We did it in that one, and it seemed to seal it up. And then this concrete one over here, we did seem to seal it up as well. So, but anyway, I just wanted to explain what we were doing out there to that tank. Hey, Kivis, come on. Hey, Kivis. Hey, Kivis, come on. So we just got these calves in from the north pen, and these are the ones that we've had the longest, so they've kind of settled in now, and they're eating good, and they're looking all right. So we're gonna go ahead and run them through and get them branded. We got to brand all these into our brand now that we bought them, but we want to get these branded first just because they've been here the longest and they've settled in. This middle pen hasn't had as much of a chance to settle in as these guys have. And then once we get these guys branded, then we can kick them out into some pasture, and they can go out and graze a little bit during the days, and then we'll shut them in at nights. Thank you. We got all them calves branded now, all that north bunch anyway. So now we're gonna let them sit for a day, just because that kind of stresses them out, gets them a little anxious. So we'll let them sit for a day here, calm down again, and then probably tomorrow we'll open that gate, and so then they can go out and graze in that pasture if they want to. Then we'll probably just shut them in at night, and then feed them. We'll still feed them every morning and stuff, but it's good for them calves to get out onto that grass and kind of enjoy they don't have to be in there in that lot in the mud and the poop and stuff like that. So changed my mind a little bit, and Mr. Sampson here, he's gonna get put in with the sows at the beginning of December, which is in like 2 weeks. So he'll get put in with the sows, and then Herbie over there, the one we're gonna butcher, he's not big enough yet. So I think I'll have to take him, and I'm gonna put him in here in Sampson's pen, and Sampson over with the sows. Just because I don't know, even though Herbie's castrated, I don't know, I'm guessing having another male is still gonna interfere with him trying to breed them. So hopefully he can get over there, get the job done, and then Herbie can come over here and get fat for a month or maybe 2 months, and then get him big enough to finish. Then hopefully we can get him butchered, and so hopefully it works out. I think it'll be a lot easier to get Sampson over there with the sows than it will be to get Herbie over here away from the sows, but should be all right. Once we get him moved over here, he'll have a good solid pen that he can't get out of anyway. So this middle pen of calves, these bunks here are pretty full of old hay. I mean, it's not old hay, but it's been in there for a couple weeks. And I think the main deal was it was in there when we got them. And that day we got them, it rained like 0.8 of an inch. So it got a lot of rain on it. So it's just old wet stuff. And they're not real excited about eating it, and they don't clean it up. We've been trying just to feed, you know, a little bit of new stuff on top of it, and they still don't want to eat it. So we're gonna clean it out and then start fresh with some fresh hay tomorrow. Well, I guess this afternoon I'll probably give them some more once I get it cleaned out here. But yeah, I'm sure it's probably just old wet stuff down in there. So if there's some dry stuff, I'll keep it in here, some newer stuff, but I'm guessing most of this stuff is kind of old wet stuff that they're not gonna eat. But so we'll get to working on this. All right, got a full load here. I'm gonna take it down to the pigs. It says whatever the calves won't eat, it's a treat to them. So I'll take it down there, they'll eat it, mess with it. There's a little bit of grain still left in it, so it kind of sucks to, if we was just to throw it out. So I'll go give it to them, and they can go through it and pick out what's left of it, because they don't mind if it's wet. So I got the bunks all cleaned out. I mean, it's not perfect, but it doesn't really have to be. Got all the wet stuff out. Sheep are out grazing. We've been letting them out during the day, and they stay around the home place here, so they know where home is, so that's good. We just let them out during the day, and they graze. Mainly they mow Dad's yard because it's still green. So but anyways, I'm gonna give these calves a little bit more hay so that they can just something to chew on for the night, and then obviously we'll feed them again in the morning. But I think with that, that's just about gonna do it for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. We hit 800 subscribers not that long ago, and so I really want to thank you guys for that. That's awesome. We couldn't do it without you guys' support, so we hope that we can keep putting out awesome content for you guys to enjoy. But with that, as always, we'll catch you in the next one.